Full bush in a bikini.
Full bush in a bikini. Full bush in a bikini.
This is TikTok's latest movement inspired by an Etsy review where a customer posted a photo of her in the bikini she just purchased, rocking a full George W. Bush poking out the sides. Since this Etsy review has gone viral, we have seen a sudden rise in pubic hair positivity. So much so that I might say, the bush is back, baby. People are saying that this sudden embrace of pubic hair was something that felt radical, revolutionary, changed their life.
Incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
But we've all had pubes to begin with, so why does it feel this way? Pubes are natural, they're personal, yet so much about how we feel about them is shaped by societal norms and pop culture. We've seen it mentioned hundreds of times in movies and TV shows like Sex and the City, Bridget Jones's Diary, Girls, just to name a few, all which essentially suggests that removal of your hair down there is preferred and even expected for attractiveness. And need I even mention corn? Hair down there is also not shown in magazines. It's not shown in swimwear and lingerie ads. It's always edited out because even on social media platforms, when you're seeing ads based on community guidelines, showing the hair would be seen as schmexual. I've experienced this problem myself as the founder of the underwear and swimwear brand Cherri. I can't show hair in any of my ads. I really got to edit it out. However, I've been a big fan of body hair since I started this brand, and a lot of my models have them in various places, so I always show that on my website. Cherri supports bush, or not bush. Cherri supports whatever your pubic hair preferences are. We've also seen hair removal / razor / waxing brands promote hair removal as feeling clean, which feeds into this common misconception that pubic hair is unhygienic. I do dive into the scientific reasons why this actually is a myth. I have a whole nother video on that, so if you want to watch that, please do. I cite scientific studies, and if you dare comment any nonsense that is gross or unhygienic, that video has 50 bullet points that will shut you the fuck up. So all in all of these components create a taboo specifically for women and femme-presenting people because men really don't get this hate, or at least not on the same level of disapproval and not on the same level of societal expectation. I am so sorry if you have ever been shamed for having hair down there or have felt embarrassed about having hair down there. I think with all of the pressures we have, this feeling is quite normal. I know myself, I used to miss out on pool parties in high school because I'm really fair-skinned and I have very dark, thick hair. And when I shaved, the follicle is so dark that you could still see the hair. And my pubes grow all the way down my inner thighs. If you're a hairy girl, you get it. So unless I wanted to wear knee-length swim shorts, the hair would be visible. And I obviously don't want to do because I've always been a big proponent of showing off what my mama gave me, which isn't much. What I lack in the tits and ass department, I make up for in labia and pubes. So anyway, I'd be really embarrassed because I thought my pubes were gross, and I begged my parents to get me laser hair removal for my 18th birthday, which by the way is not a total removal. It's just a reduction. That shit has definitely grown back. I really wanted to get a Brazilian laser where they get rid of all of the hair, but my mom wouldn't let me, and I remember being so mad that she wouldn't let me, but now I'm so glad that she wouldn't let me. She told me that I should keep hair down there, that I should always have a little something, and I never know if I might change my mind about how I want to groom down there in the future, and I'm so glad she did because now I've been rocking the George W. Bush for a few years and I've never been more confident. But I know a lot of people have felt shame down there for having hair because of, not only these societal pressures, what we see in media, but jokes they've heard in school or pressure from peers, disapproval from partners, 99.9% being probably hetero male partners, if I were to guess. Queer relationships just have a different expectation of societal beauty standards, but that's literally a whole nother video topic. Not saying that it hasn't existed in queer relationships, but the percentage is low. It makes me so sad that disapproval about pubic hair from a male partner is so common, and so many women specifically have felt this, and it's fed into insecurities about how they look down there. I think sometimes men don't even understand the reasons why they may have a preference. And this is controversial, but I think it's okay to have preferences. I think it's important to analyze where your preferences are coming from and what has shaped you to have these preferences. Attractiveness is very subjective, but sometimes it's conditioned. I draw the line if you have a preference that puts down another group of people, that actively causes harm. You can still like what you like without making people who don't look like that feel bad. There's actually a lot I can say about that, and maybe that's a whole nother video topic that I can get into. But I'm going to cut that short before I start rambling off onto a whole nother subject matter. Back to pubes. I've heard people say that their male partners have disapproved of their pubic hair, but it's not all men. I can't believe I just said that. Over half of the boyfriends I've had have encouraged me to grow my hair out down there. They liked it. They found it attractive, all for various different reasons, but they loved it. And while we shouldn't base our opinions of ourselves on the desires of others, repeat after me. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that didn't make me feel better hearing that encouragement and validation from my partner. For me, it was actually so healing on so many levels. I struggle and continue to struggle. You know, self-love is an ongoing up and down thing, a lot with wanting to feel attractive and desired as an adult woman and not just a little girl. Growing out my pubes for me was an extremely pivotal moment for healing my relationship to myself, relationship to my body, my trauma. Who knew Bush would encourage radical self-love and healing childhood trauma? But that's really what this full bush in a bikini movement is about and what it's doing for so many people. It's encouragement, it's validation that they are beautiful and literally completely normal if they want to embrace themselves naturally down there. Full bush in a bikini is more than just a hairstyle trend. It's an FU to patriarchal beauty standards. And I love it. At the end of the day, always do what feels best for you. My last partner definitely had a preference toward either no hair or minimal hair. That was definitely a speed bump in our relationship. He hadn't known about my past traumas. And once I informed him that, hey, shaving it all off is not something I'm comfortable with because XYZ is important for me to feel comfortable and like I can be intimate without feeling triggered. I want to know that you feel attracted to me as a woman. And obviously, after explaining that, they were fine with however I wanted to groom my pubic hair because they loved me. They were still attracted to me. And even though maybe they had this preference, it wasn't a deal breaker. So if you are with someone, and I'm so sorry to just continue to talk about this in relationship to whatever relationship you're in, but just the majority of people that I talk to that talk to me are in heterosexual relationships. And this is a big thing. So if your partner has a preference for pubic hair that you don't agree with, say they want you to shave it all off, you don't want to. If a simple preference like that is a deal breaker in the relationship, then maybe they're not compatible for you. At the end of the day, you loving yourself and you being confident in how you are with your body is the most important. And I've found that when I feel that way in a relationship, my relationship is actually better because I have that foundation with myself first. So if they're pressuring you to do something you're not comfortable with, maybe that relationship is not compatible with you. I'm just saying, dump him and free the bush. So obviously getting encouragement from my partners and growing out my pubes was extremely pivotal for me. Were there any moments in your life that shaped the way you think about pubes? Maybe it was the full bush and bikini trend. I'm curious to know your experiences, so comment below, subscribe, and follow for more coochie-related content.